This video, we are going to install NetBeans IDE in our computer. And remember, we are just going to install the IDE in the computer, not in the Raspberry Pi. So the current version for NetBeans is the 20. I believe that has been released on December 2023. That is almost over. I'm almost like in New Year here on the 2023. So I believe that it's going to be around in 2024 for sure, for at least few months there. Where you get it? Well, you can use this link here, that is netbeans.apache.org, front main download index.html. You can just go there, or you can just Google it, right? Download NetBeans 20. If you Google search there, you're going to get something like that. When you go there, you're going to be in the Apache webpage, NetBeans 20, and you just click here in download, this button here, and then it's going to show up another window there. In my case here, I'm going to use get the executable one for Windows 64, and that's what I'm going to use, and that's what I'm going to run it. Now, I'm going to run, and I will show you some things that I got during my experience trying to set up this Raspberry Pi and NetBeans and things like that. I got a lot of errors that I need to figure out what was wrong. Some of the errors not that difficult, but I'd like to put everything together as I go along here. I will reproduce the same error that I got before. So if you get the error, at least you know how to fix it. The first one is if you run this installer, you might get this kind of a problem here. Java SE developed kit, the JDK was not found on this computer. So, and that is only the option to exit installer, and that's it. You kind of, what do I do now, right? So this is normally because you have not set correctly, or you have not set at all the Java_home environment variable in your computer. So to do that, you just go to like your search in the case Windows, search, and you say environment variable and hit enter. You're going to get like a link where you click it and you're going to see system properties. This is what shows up when you click that link. And here you have the environment variables that's what you are going to click it. And it's going to show up another dialog box here, and you're going to go for this one here, Java_home, and then you need to fix it here if something is not right. If you have this, you're going to click in the edit. If you do not have this path at all, then you're going to say new. Either way, just fix it. That sometimes I forget and put the \bin there. But in this case, cannot be bin, needs to be the root of the installation. So it's a OpenJDK-11 in my case. And this is one thing that can be a problem. So let's try to simulate this problem and fix it. So let's go here, go to my downloads. So I download the installer. So what is this? Is this one here, the installer? And when I run, ask permission, and then we get that error that I mentioned before, and there is nothing kind of, well, there is explanation, you can read the explanation here, but the button just say exit installer, and that's it. So you cannot do much here. So what you need to do is just go here, and again, just go for system environment variables. You can type here, and then eventually you're going to get something like that, and that's what you get. And as I mentioned before, click here in the environment variable, and then here in Java home. Oh, I forgot to put bin here. So you need to go to edit in this case, and just remove that. Even the backslash, I remove it. Or you can browse the directory if you want. All right, so just say okay here. What else? You say okay there, and okay here, and should everything be fine now? So if I try to run again, let's run. It's going to take a while. Hopefully not too long. But I want to discuss something else that I got it that is important for you. Normally, I use the default settings here, so I don't do any customization here in this one here. So I just click on next, and I agree with the terms of conditions there, the license. Now, this is very important. That's where I got most of my problems. I used to have many OpenJDK versions in my computer, and the installer goes for the last one, so the most up-to-date version. So I was getting here, I think 21 or so. And I thought that was okay because inside the project in the Java, in the NetBeans, you can set the platform that you use with another OpenJDK, for example, 11. And I did that. But for some reason, I don't know if it's Raspberry 3 or what, it didn't work. I tried multiple ways, spent a couple of days trying to figure out why it wasn't working. So I decided to step back a little bit and said, you know what? I'm going to remove these two options, OpenJDK 21 and 11. I'm just going to leave 11. So I went to my hard disk itself, and I just delete the OpenJDK 21. So there is only 11. And because of that, now it just showed this one here. You might put in the comment lines if you have any suggestions how to improve that. I know that this is working and it's more than enough for what I need. I think the 11 is like a 2 years old or so. So I don't have any problem with that. So I'm going to use this one. So again, if you have something different here, fix it, because at least in my experience, you're not going to be able to proceed later doing things. And I will show you what I mean when we get to that bridge. When we cross that bridge, I will show you the kind of error that I was getting if it was 21 here and I tried to set a different platform for my specific project. Say next there, and it's going to install. So here is going to be in the program files, NetBeans 20. I will leave everything as default. Just say install. It's going to take a while. Hopefully not much. Okay, so at some point, like a minute or so, the installation is complete and is successful. So you just click here on finish, and that's it. So you don't have anything else to do. I like to put NetBeans in my taskbar here. So I'm just going to go here and type in NetBeans. And I'm going to use the 20 right there. And I right click and I say pin to taskbar. So you have right here the thing there. The last thing I would like to do is just run and see if it's running, right? And remember, when you're running NetBeans here, when you develop a program, you're not testing the NetBeans itself, but you're testing the Java that you have already installed, because NetBeans works along with the Java to compile and run your code. So that's what we're going to do here. Just create a new project. So I'm going to create from scratch here. Just say, okay, you can go to file, you say new project, and let's use Java with Ant, Java application, say next. And let's say testing, NetBeans, and Java. All right. So here you get a lot of like comments here. You can remove this later. But what I want to do is just run. So I'm going to print here, hello world, just to make sure that this is working. So again, this series is not about the NetBeans itself. There is like a plenty of other sites or videos that explain how to run and compile programs in NetBeans. I'll leave you to go there if you need it. But now I just run here. So if I run this project, The first time it takes a little longer because it compiles a bunch of things, but eventually it's going to show here, hello world, if the installation is successful. And that's what you have here, hello world, right there. And again, if you run again, it's going to be much faster. Now you see very quickly it there. So we successfully install Java and NetBeans. NetBeans in our computer, Java in our computer, and Java JRE in the Raspberry Pi platform there. And in the next videos, we go forward. We are going to start talking about the Pi4j, that is the library that we are going to use to connect with the Raspberry Pi. Until then, thank you very much.